Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Good morning. Welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. I'm Vic and welcome to the Daily Sports Update. So, yes, guys, it's Friday. Damn, time flies when you do this stuff on this channel. Just did the Monday show on the predictions. It's Friday already. Lots to get into today. Lots to get into. We got to talk about the FIFA that's coming at the end of the show. So be sure to stay all the way till the end because I got to talk about the corruption. I'm getting my bottom. When I just hear the word Infantino, or as I call him, Johnny the Infidel, it gets my blood boiling, and I haven't even started the show yet. He will come up at the end of the show. So make sure to join me. Let me take a sip of tea here before I go off my rocket already, early in the morning. But listen, let's get into the topics. Let's get into what we're going to be doing today. Lots to talk about. So put Vic in the box. That's all we need to do. Shove me in the box there. There you go. Let's have a look at the topics today. And there they are. Of course, football, FIFA at the end as well. NFL, NBA, NHL, rugby, NCAA, cricket, darts. Shout out to one of my friends as well. There you go. So gonna be a few things on the channel. If you want to write us an email or get in touch, if you want to join the show, at the bottom there it is. And on the top, that's our next live stream at 1:30 Central European Time today. Good morning, Lawrence. PDC Darts World Championship, Day 2, afternoon session. We'll get into that. And then, of course, guys, we've hit 120,000. So thank you to everybody. Don't stop liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification button. We've got to get to 125,000 before Christmas. So let's go for it, boys. We don't have to, but we want to. There you go. So keep on liking and subscribing and doing what you guys have been doing. Let's start with some football because there's a hell of a lot of football on the program today. Yes, it was the chance of the EuroLeague yesterday. And Vic, I'm waiting for my new logo. Oh, yeah, I'll send that. Yeah, I'll send that. Don't worry, I'm going to send it. The minute I have a little bit of time, I'll send it this afternoon, I promise. So let's have a look. EuroLeague yesterday, and Real Betis beat Dinamo Zagreb 3-1. My man Anthony scoring a goal there again. Midtjylland beat Genk 1-0. Nottingham Forest beat Utrecht 2-1. Ferencváros beat Rangers 2-1. Ludogorets, Razgat and PAOK Saloniki drew 3-3. Nice is just in all disarray. That's what's going to be happening to my club soon. Braga beat Nice 1-0. That's the first part of that. There's a lot to get into. Sturm Graz lost to Red Star Belgrade 1-0. VfB Stuttgart thumped Maccabi Tel Aviv 4-1. Good result there for the young boys of Bern, beating Lille 1-0. At least one Swiss team turned up. Bologna beat Celta Vigo 2-1. Celtic got thrashed by Roma 3-0. Evan Ferguson, there were 2 goals there for Roma. And FC Basel lost at home to Aston Villa 2-1. I heard could have got a little bit more out of it, hey, but you get what you deserve. There you go. Then Porto beat Malmö 2-1. Steaua Bucharest beat Feyenoord 4-3. That must have been an interesting one. Lyon beat my go-ahead Eagles 2-1. Victoria Pilsen and Panathinaikos drew 0-0. Not a good night for Panathinaikos sports. We'll see that in the Eurobasket. Freiburg beat Salzburg 1-0 and Fenerbahce thrashed SK Brann 4-0. So that is the EuroLeague. Then we did have the Conference League, and here we go. Here we go with places Vic has never been to. BK Haken against Larnac 1-1. Breidablik against Shamrock Rovers 3-1. I can comfortably say I've been to none of these cities in my life. Slavia Prague, okay, against Craiova 2-1. Alkmaar, been there against Gillian 3-0. FC Noah, never been to the Ark. No, wasn't around when the Ark was on the waters. They beat Legia Warszawa, been there 2-1. Fiorentina against Dynamo Kiev, beating Fiorentina 2-1 to Fiorentina against Dynamo Kiev. Lots more to get in here. Bialystok against Raja Vallecano, 2-1 for Vallecano. Shekengia Bratislava 2-0. Been to Bratislava, never been to KF Shekendia, don't know where that is. Samsunspor, that's in the Turkey, against AEK Athens. Athens, beautiful city, been there. Strasbourg against Aberdeen. Never been to Aberdeen, but been to Scotland. Strasbourg, yes, definitely 1-0 for Strasbourg. Shakhtar Donetsk against the Spartans, 2-0. And Kopio against Lausanne-Spor, 0-0. Yes, I've been to Lausanne a few times, definitely. There you go. Here we go. Last but not least, some Lech Poznan against Mainz, 1-1. Been to both of those cities. Lincoln Red Imps, no idea. That I think is Lincoln Red Imps, I think it's Ireland. 2-1 against Sigma Olomouc. Then Krejcikova beat Mostar 1-0. Rapid Wien lost to Oma Nicosia 1-0. Rijeka beat Chelche 3-0. And Crystal Palace beat Shelbourne 3-0. Wow, that was a tough one. Getting through that. Don't forget, that is the Premier League. And if you watch any of our shows, you do watch the Premier League prediction show. It's going to be another good week for the Vic, because the Vic is blowing people out the water. For everybody else, get your tips in, man. Remember, get your tips in. But some good games coming up. That Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Brighton should be interesting. Crystal Palace, Man City, Forest against Spurs, I think. Then, of course, the Tyne-Wear derby. There's Sunderland against Newcastle. And on Monday, it'll be Man United. Yes, you must send your tips, Lawrence. Man United against Brentford. Oh, the Bournemouth, sorry. Did that? Here we go. NFL, baby. My tips are going to be on top. All right, okay, we'll see. Last night, big game in the NFL. A lot of implications there. The Falcons beat the Buccaneers on a last-second field goal, 29-28. Not looking good for the Bucs, man. Not looking good for the Bucs. All the other games will be played on Sunday or Monday. Check them out. There you go. Let's see what my Patriots can do this weekend. A lot of teams could be a lot of teams falling out of the playoff race, definitely, by the end of the weekend. Just have a look at what that means there in the NFC South there. So, Buccaneers losing. So, the Carolina Panthers are now the number one. They lost to the Falcons. The Falcons have already been eliminated from the playoffs. So, yeah. Crazy, huh? Then we're moving to the NBA from last night. Let me make sure to get those results up there. There you go. NBA from last night. Beautiful. So, the Rockets beat the Clippers 115-113. Thompson with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Rockets. Zubac had 33 points for a losing Clippers team. The Celtics got hammered by the Bucks, 116-101. Jaylen Brown did his best for the Celtics with 30 points, wasn't enough. But Bobby Portis, yes, Bobby Portis of the Bucks, 27 points and 10 rebounds. The Trailblazers didn't have anything against the Pelicans. They lost 120-143. Murphy there with 24 points and 3 steals for the Pelicans. And then, of course, the Nuggets thrashed the Kings 136-105. If I mention the man's name, is it a surprise? No, it's not. Nikola Jokic, 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. The man is a wrecking crew. That is the NBA. We're not going to get into the tables of the NBA. I'll let Vern do that this weekend. Otherwise, join me on Table Tuesday. Then, National Hockey League. A hell of a lot of games in the Hockey League yesterday. The Sharks beat the Maple Leafs 3-2. The Lightning beat the Devils 8-4. The Ducks, well, they're not quacking today. They lost to the Islanders 5-2. The Golden Knights beat the Flyers. So the Flyers have been grounded 3-2. The Hurricanes, yeah, there was a storm brewing there, and they beat the Capitals 3-2. The Senators knocked off the Blue Jackets 6-3. The Canadians beat the Penguins 4-2. And if you thought that was all, you're wrong. There's more to come. The Predators, well, they were preying on the Blues. They beat them 7-2. The Wild ran wild on the Dallas Stars 5-2. The Bruins knocked off the Jets 6-3. The Red Wings got their wings clipped by the Oilers 4-1. The Panthers, yeah, well, an avalanche came down on the Panthers because the Avalanche won 6-2. And the Sabres beat the Canucks 3-2. NCAA. men's basketball. One game last night. Iowa State 62. Iowa State beat Iowa 66-62. Good result there. Then I want to shout out this man. Now, none of you guys will know him. Maybe some of the people in the US. The man's name is Jean Priolo. He is the assistant coach at the moment of Stephen F. In Austin there in Texas, in the NCAA. Assistant coach of the Lumberjacks. Me and him, we played together. I mean, he was the head coach of Colorado State for a while and San Jose State. Yeah, I just wanted to shout out to him because we've had contact on Facebook. Jean Priolo, what a man. Played for the Knicks for a while. Started his professional basketball career playing in Switzerland. Unbelievable. Then we talk about the women. Ohio State beat Northern Kentucky 94-62. Oklahoma thrashed Little Rock 103-48. And Moorhead State had nothing in the tank. Fighting Irish, too good for them, 97-48. Darts last night on this channel. And up top there, this afternoon, 13:30 Central European time. Live, day 2's afternoon session. But last night, it all started off with Kim Huybrechts losing to Arno Merck, to the young German, 3-1. Michael Smith didn't have a lot of problems with Lisa Ashton. He won 3-0. Luke Littler. The score says 3-0 to Luke Littler against Darius Labanauskas, but I gotta hand it to the Lithuanian Labanauskas. Every set was very tight. It was always 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. So not that easy, but I think it's a good warm-up for Luke Littler. And then Madas Rasma, he beat the young Dutchman Jamai van Heyrik 3-1. What's coming up today in the afternoon session with me, Neil Sonneveld will take on Haipai Puha. Ian Wright will take on Mervyn King in a battle of the oldies. That should be a nice one. Ryan Sir will take on Chris Landman. And Rob Cross, the ex-world champion Rob Cross, will take on Cor Decker. In the evening session, Ross Smith will take on Andreas Harrison. Ricky Evans will take on Man Lok Long. Gian van Veen will take on Christoph Reyes. That should be a nice match there. The up-and-coming Dutchman won his first major this year, playing against the special one, Christoph Reyes from Portugal. And a dangerous man in the World Championships, I think, the man from Down Under, Damon Hitter, will take on Stephen Lennon. Now, not part of John Lennon's family, just Stephen Lennon. There you go. So that's coming up today. Then we're going to talk about some cricket because we love it. There you go. Look, well, hey, the West Indies are bloody hell not loving their cricket at the moment. The once proud cricket nation of the West Indies are a joke. They lose again. They lost yesterday by 9 wickets. They didn't even get to day 5. I mean, after 3 days, it was over. It was done. The West Indies just could not bat anymore. They need to bring Brian Lara out of freaking retirement, man. I mean, he must be 150 years old, but he's better than the boys they got now. I feel for them, man. Let's have a look at the stats there. Let's see who did really well. I mean, if you look at the West Indies, I mean, the best batsman to score on a 5-day international was 47 runs by Shy Hope. There's a shy hope that the West Indies are going to get better. I can tell you that. Unbelievable. Then, of course, the SA boys. Yeah, well, the Proteas, they beat India. Bloody hell, man. They beat the Indians. In my household, that is that's a derby here. South Africa won by 51 runs. They scored 213 in their allotted 20 overs, and India were pummeled for 162 after 19 overs. Let's have a look who was the main man. That was Mr. Quinton de Koch. He had 90 for the Proteas. Donovan Ferreira with 30. Aiden Markram also had 29. In reply, Tilak Varma had 62. Akshar Patel 21. So yeah, India, you have to be better, man. Eurobasket last night. Yeah, there were some live games there, and Vern did the one there with Milano upsetting Panathinaikos, but good wins for Maccabi Tel Aviv against Villeurbanne, 92-84. Valencia beating Anadolu Efes. Anadolu, I can see a coach firing coming here. They won 94-82. Like I said, Milano beat Panathinaikos 96-89. Paris Basket lost in a high-scoring one, 105-108 to Zalgiris Kaunas. And Real Madrid beat their Spanish rivals, Baskonia, 94-87. Later today, Dubai will take on Bayern, Monaco will take on Fenerbahce, Bologna will play Hapoel Tel Aviv. Then the big one on this channel, guys, I'm going to plug that in a second. Partizan Belgrade against Red Star, and Barcelona, another massive game against Olympiacos. We'll update you on that one this evening as well. Let's first have a look at the table. That is the men from Tel Aviv, who do not play in Tel Aviv but in Bulgaria at the moment. Hapoel on top against Valencia. Both of these teams are new teams in the EuroLeague. It's their first season in this competition, and they are doing really well. Monaco there in third, Red Star in fourth. Let's have a look. Go a little bit further down. On the bubble, Fenerbahce is now in a playoff spot. Empoli Milano is there and thereabout, but they've played 2 games more than Fenerbahce, because you've got teams on 14 games, teams on 13, teams on 15, so we'll see what happens there. That Anadolu Efes is at the second bottom. They made it to the freaking final last year. Then, I can't understand that. But yeah, things change quickly. Partizan could do with the win against their rivals today, moving them up in the table. But talking about that one, that's our game tonight, 8:15 live on this channel. If you be there or be square, because if you're not there, something's wrong with you. Because this is the ultimate derby in world basketball. They come with Lakers and Celtics and shit like that. Lakers and Celtics is a tame kindergarten game compared to this. This is serious, man. Fees with so many injuries. Okay. There you go. Then, of course, there's a little bit of rugby this weekend. Don't forget, join us for all those games there from the South African teams. The Stormers, La Rochelle, of course. The Saints, the Blues, the Sharks against Saracen. All on this channel. Going to be epic, epic, epic. I'm going to plug the first game. That'll be tomorrow. As Vern would say, the mighty Stormers will be taking on La Rochelle. That should be an interesting one. So, yeah. There we go. But now we're going to talk about something that gets my blood boiling. It's all about, here we go. It's all about, where have I got the World Cup? There it is. It's all about that World Cup in America, right? The FIFA, they hand out peace prizes, they think of the fucking United Nations now. The joke. And we'll see. But let's talk about this man. Gianni Infantino, as I call him, Gianni the Infidel. Is there anything more corrupt than this man? Listen here. It's starting to take on unbelievable consequences here. Because let's talk about this. There's the cash truck. Guys and girls, the tickets are going on sale now. You know what the cheapest ticket is to a group match? To a group freaking match? $180 freaking dollars. So if let's say you got 2 kids, a boy, a girl, 2 boys, 2 girls, whatever. You just want to go as a father. Forget about taking your wife with you. Just you and your 2 kids. $600. And then you haven't eaten anything. Then that is, so so that day that you take the 2 kids to the FIFA to watch a World Cup game, if you're unlucky, you might get a shitty game with not 2 of the top teams. You have to pay $600. Till you get to the stadium, traffic, all that, then the food in the stadium, all that. It's $1,000 a day. If you take your wife with you, so you got 4 people in a family, who can afford that? No normal fan can afford $1,200 for 4 people. That is ridiculous, man. And you know what the joke is? The cheapest ticket to the final, the cheapest freaking fucking ticket to the final is $4,500. FIFA are going to be taking billions home, and it's always on the backs of us fans. That's ridiculous. you know what? The fans should fucking boycott this shit. That is unbelievable. That is unfreaking believable. Then they talk about giving peace prizes, and they want to talk about the economy, and they want to talk about world politics, and they love Greta Thunberg and all this shit. I mean, Greta, where are you? You should be shouting out these mongrels here, because what I'm going to show you now is this. Okay, these are the 10 teams that have to travel the furthest during the tournament, not getting to the freaking tournament, during the tournament. Algeria has to do 3,000 miles. So that's 1, that's 4, that's 3, that's almost 6,000 kilometers they have to fly around the country to play their games. South Africa, 2,500 miles. I mean, so these boys are going to be in planes all the time, flying across the USA. The fans are going to be following them. I mean, it's ecologically, it's a fucking disgrace. It's a disgrace. I can't understand why Group 1 can't be in Toronto and they stay in Toronto. Group 2 can be in, I don't know, Los Angeles. No. You got to play your first game in New York, then you got to play your second game in Mexico City, and your third game you got to play in fucking Toronto. Nothing against Toronto, but I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. They are so corrupt, and then they kill the environment as well. I mean, no, it's a joke. No, listen here. Love to go to a World Cup. There's no way that they're not getting my cash. I'm not the fucking Johnny Infantino, the man from the canton of Valais in Switzerland. I'm not putting the money in his back pocket so he can build another villa on the fucking hill. No, this is ridiculous, man. Fans need to stand up together. There should be a shitstorm on the internet. It should be a real shitstorm on the internet. People should be hammering them for their crap, man. It's unbelievable. Yes, Qatar. Everybody's complaining about Qatar, but you could walk to every stadium in Qatar. It was in walking distance. I have no problem with it being in the US. Don't make America great again and all that crap. But Group A plays. They have 2 groups playing all the games in Mexico. They just have to travel in Mexico. Have one group in Vancouver, one group in Toronto, have 3 groups on the West Coast, have 3 groups on the East Coast, and have 3 groups down south or wherever. But this is a load of bullshit, man. And then the ticket prices. $180 is the cheapest ticket. And that's for one person. Yeah, God help you want to buy a bloody hot dog or a hamburger, you're looking at $250, $300. And you haven't paid for your train tickets or anything to get to these things. No. And then you've got to pay for hotels and all that stuff. Look, it's like $10,000 for a family. No. This man needs to be voted out as quick as possible. Man, he makes bloody Sepp Blatter. He makes Sepp Blatter look like Mother Teresa, man. Jesus. Oh, even Michel Platini is the Pope compared to this man. This man is so bloody corrupt. 5,000 Rand, that's not bad. That's not a bad ticket price. But now, what are we looking at? Oh, okay. Oh, it's just unbelievable. Now, $180 is a shitload of money here. The cheap, that's 5,000 Rand. That's still expensive, man. That is expensive. They are crazy, man. Yeah, but you didn't have to spend so much traveling once you were in Qatar there. No. This man must go. Vote him out. He already thinks he's a bloody president of a country, this dumb-ass, bald twat. And then he comes from my home country. Fucking hell. Johnny, mein Freund. I'm going to say this in Swiss German, so the Swiss will know. I'll translate it. Wenn wir uns einmal verrastet sind, oh, mein Freund, hast du a Scheißtag, glaub mir's. No, this man is so bloody corrupt. Johnny, make sure you never meet old Big Vic on one of the highway stops here in Switzerland. I will put my foot straight up your arse, man. You corrupt little twat. I vented for this morning. I feel good. I vented. No, it's incredible, man. It's bloody incredible. I think I'm going to do an extra bloody show just on the FIFA. Then they talk about the youth and stuff like that. Fucking hell, that. Has anybody ever seen the palace, the FIFA palaces in Zurich and in Nyon? Jeez, man, it's unbelievable. They walk on golden floors and marble, and then they shit on marble toilets, man. No, I'm not happy with this. But that's the morning show. My rant is over. Join us for the darts later. See you guys. Have a good one. Stay safe, and make sure you get a cheap ticket.